Former NTUC Income Chief Kin Lian said he will tap on the expertise of retirees like himself to set up a president's personal counsel. Its function is to engage the people, evaluate their views, and present these issues to the government. Earlier in June, Mr. Tan said he would set up the council if he is elected to better tackle issues such as the high cost of living.
Now, when the issues come out, I need my volunteers in the council to help me evaluate which issues are relevant, affecting a large numbers of people. I also want to go through a process of getting a panel to vote which issues are the most important. So I hope that through the President's Personal Counsel, we can identify a panel of people. And I think each person can be an expert only in some areas. Some people are good in health, some are good in education, some are good in housing. So if I have panels of volunteers, we can pick out those who are knowledgeable about the topic, and they can take a look at the suggestion and they can make a vote. Some people will say this is not a good idea because it costs too much money. Other people will say this is a good idea, the money is worth spending. So if some of the ideas have got very high votes, then of course the president cannot handle too many things at one time. So every month maybe one or two ideas that have got the strongest support can come to the president. Then I can bring this to the government.
During his walkabout at Tanjung Pagar MRT on Thursday, Mr. Tan said he was prepared to fund his initiative.
The best way is for the government to recognize that this is a useful function and government funding should be provided. The next best way is one part of the president's salary, I say, donated to charity and other worthy causes. And I think that this is one worthy cause because it affects the livelihood of people. And of course, hopefully, there could be donations from the public. But finally, I do know that there are many Singaporeans who want to contribute to make life better for their fellow citizens, and their contribution is voluntary. In Singapore, we are often wanting to wait for permission. Okay, so I don't want to wait for permission. I'm going to do it, and then I hope the PM did promise that he will be constructive. He wants to have a constructive relationship. And if I bring ideas that are representing the views of large numbers of people and they have been validated, I have confidence that the PM will welcome that input. And I don't want to make his job more difficult. I think these are useful input representing the views of the people. I am actually quite encouraged. If you take a look at retired civil servants, retired business leaders in Singapore, I'm one of them. I have got 30 years of experience. Of course, I'm retired. But there are many people like me. Many. And in Singapore, we are not tapping their experience. I hope to tap their experience.
According to Mr. Tan, his choice of the election symbol of a raised hand signified his willingness to serve the public. He went further during his nomination speech to give high fives to his team.
High five! High five! High five!
Saying that his supporters liked the idea.
No, I see in whatever you do, there will be people who say that's a great idea. These are the positive people. And there are people who say, what a stupid idea. These are the negative people. So I just have to, I can do a survey and come and say, how many things is a positive idea? How many things is a negative idea? The high five concept, which represents the 5 values, some of my supporters like it so much. They say, don't do handshake, just do high five. When I go to the market and I meet people, whenever there's children, I say high five. The children do it with me and their parents then warm up. So I think there will always be people who are positive and people who are negative. So I like to, one of my values is to be positive.
Watch Mr. Tan's full interview in our next clips.